let's begin with a question. What do 90% of the world's millionaires have in common? Let me add that this is something that you might want to consider if you're not among those select few. Have your guess? The answer is that real estate has played a role in creating 90% of the world's millionaires. Stands to reason that real estate is one of the most effective wealth building vehicles and is an important component of a well-diversified portfolio. Indeed, the home acts as a literal representation of a family's wealth building goals. But let's look at the entire world here. Comparing the global real estate universe to a lot of the other significant sources of wealth, we can see that current estimates of agricultural, commercial, and residential real estate far eclipse a lot of the other markets out there. Some projections place the total real estate market to be worth about $426 trillion by 2025. Of course, equities and gold grew much faster in value than real estate, but rising wealth in emerging economies means there's more capital at large, and real estate is viewed as a safe store of it. So, of course, this channel is devoted to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, which for those who don't know is a immutable distributed ledger technology in which transaction data is recorded. The benefits of this are transparency, traceability, accessibility, enhanced security, and cost reduction most importantly. Not to mention irrevocable documentation of the processes involved. While I know that might sound like a lot of jargon, what's important to know is that blockchain combined with real estate can eliminate the need for intermediaries like lawyers and agents by providing a means of property verification and payment to buyers. Payment for a property using a blockchain can help buyers bypass bank fees. It also cuts the fees associated with the escrow by using smart contracts that can be customized according to the user's needs. And while all these things are really great, increasing efficiency, reducing cost, providing transparency, these are all very desirable attributes. What excites me most about combining real estate with blockchain is that tokens by their nature make crowd ownership and fractional sales of real estate possible. Here's why that's important, and here's why you need to know about it. First off, let's establish what tokenization means. Sometimes we refer to things like security token offerings or security tokens or digital security offerings, but skipping past the jargon, all you need to know is that tokenization is the process of representing fractional ownership interest in an asset, be that a utility asset or a security asset, with a blockchain-based token. If you're still with me, good. And if you're not, let's make it practical so that you can better understand. So what excites me is that real estate tokenization gives us a process of representing an ownership interest in real estate with a token. Why that's important, why this is going to be so transformative, is inherently what the token represents. Tokens can represent ownership in the underlying asset, giving you equity in a legal structure that owns the asset, maybe even a stream of income based on cash flows from the asset. The list goes on. So, making it very clear, the average retail investor probably can't afford whole properties or even have access to commercial real estate offerings. But transferable and tradable tokens representing shares and ownership gives us a new liquid way for property and landowners to sell or enable growth financing, giving access to a broader investor crowd, giving you access to invest in a real estate property with $10, for example. So if every month you want to set aside a certain amount of your paycheck to invest in the largest and one of the most mature markets in the world, where there is clearly the ability for the underlying asset to appreciate, and most importantly, it's a physical asset that people find value in. People aren't just going to stop living in homes anytime soon. Real estate has value that has permanence. Companies can fail, financial instruments are somewhat speculative, commodities can shift with the global markets, but real estate stays steady. Blockchain combined with real estate is going to change the world because it's going to create liquidity for an investment pool that has traditionally been very illiquid. It's going to take what is traditionally a very paper process and give it the efficiency that is inherent when you turn something digital. And if you've been around this channel, you've probably heard me talk about security tokens before. And a very common complaint or criticism I hear about security tokens is that they're a playground for the rich. This is because, at least in the US, we have accredited investor laws where basically, unless you're a millionaire, Belonging to only 8% of American households, you by law cannot take part in capital formation SEC exemption offerings, such as a Reg D offering. And this is true in the case of a security asset like equity in a company. It's an unfortunate reality of the investor laws we have in the US. But here's something that I don't see talked about a lot. Real estate is not a security. Real estate is an asset. Even if we tokenize a piece of real estate, it does not become a security. Therefore, the floodgates open and everybody can invest. Of course, there are some caveats, and the technology and market needs to mature to allow this to happen. But hopefully this video has given you some insight as to market trends to be aware of, emerging technologies to keep track of, and quite honestly, one of the best opportunities I think we'll ever see in our lifetimes. And if you're involved in the cryptocurrency industry like I am, this represents one of the best developments for this space that we could ever hope for. Introducing blockchain to a market as big and mature as real estate is really going to prove to the world the legitimacy of this technology. So I want to hear your opinion. What do you think about this emerging technology? Do you see yourself using it to leverage your wealth creation? Are you part of the real estate industry, and do you agree with the benefits affronted by this technology integration? Let's discuss in the comments below, but if you're looking to take the discussion and education a little bit further, that's what we offer at Ready Set Crypto. We have a whole class devoted to security tokens, and we frequently talk about the benefits of security tokens in our Discord, which is part of our Omnia service. If you're looking to stay ahead of the crypto game, I highly recommend you come check us out at ReadySetCrypto.com. And if nothing else, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.